I know I said this with Deadpool and Wolverine, but when it comes to these streaming shows, I feel like I feel like it's in another category, so it deserves another category of its own. To where Deadpool and Wolverine was the last Marvel movie I will ever give a fuck about unless I see something worth getting excited for. I had been giving up on Disney Plus shows, but however, this Daredevil show that's about to come out like in a couple months from now, that this will be the last I give a fuck about any Disney Plus streaming show. If it's not any of these original characters that are about to appear in this new Daredevil show, I won't give a fuck about it unless it's worth it. There are some things like Echo and Moon Knight I feel like could be saved with just a little more tightening up, and you could still even use those actors. There's been way too many L's for me to give a fuck about Marvel Disney Plus show. I'm sure I've said it in another video, but just to recap, I liked WandaVision. For the most part, I liked Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The first season of What If had its moments, but everything else has just been trash. Things with no real purpose that don't really lead up to anything. Loki is almost a whole another discussion, but for the most part, I hated Loki. I didn't like. In its 2 seasons, there are maybe 4 episodes that are good, and just because thus far it's led into the main story plot of Marvel, which is the multiverse shit that they got going on, I can give it a little bit of credit for that. But other than that, Loki was a waste of fucking time. And it's not like the multiverse have led to anything interesting after its inception in the fucking MCU. As for anything with substance that episode by episode has the potential of being good, it's Daredevil. This is also one that a lot of people are going to be watching very closely, because no matter what side you fall on the Marvel divide lately, we can all mostly agree that Daredevil was great when it aired on Netflix originally back in the day. Without Daredevil, we wouldn't have gotten that Jessica Jones, Luke Cage. I didn't really fuck with anything else. Iron Fist, Cloak and Dagger. It started to go, but those 3 were the top of it. So as to where everything else was sort of its new own thing, Daredevil itself actually has something to contrast it to compare it to. So if the story takes dips and isn't up to the quality that we are used to getting from the Netflix show, it's gonna stand out a lot more than it stood out in Hawkeye, fucking She-Hulk, Moon Knight, all these other things that y'all tried to take your own original twist and put it on. That was where we're gonna see the difference between